charts, I just like to say hi to everybody. Howard Howard Payne, welcome in. Jay Jordan, yo, Mr. Crothers, my main man from Maine. What's going on, Sean? Rob Sergio, welcome. Seahack, Drock, Token Jesus, what's going on? Jam, Seahack, Saint Street. Wow, a ton of people in here. Hey, Pizza Breath with the first donation of any kind tonight. I appreciate it. Giving out one tier 1 gift sub. That's 35 total gift subs given out by you. And Doughboy, who's in the house, gets the tier 1 gift sub. I appreciate that. Fur Babies, what's going on? Hey, what's the copy trading platform? I haven't been to class in a couple days. Okay, so I can share the link in a second. You have to download BitGet. I partnered with them, and when you download it, use my link so that you have all the stuff, the information and everything already in there of my stuff. And then all you have to do is go to copy trading and type in XRP Future Millionaire, and you'll be able to join my copy trading. The ones who do my link are the ones who I wanted to make the spots for. So if you're getting around it, shame on you, because I want it to be part of my community. So hit the link and then go to copy trading. And then you'll be able to do it by searching XRP Future Millionaire. But I'll put in the link in a second. Fur Babies, welcome. KJB, yo. Bordage, welcome. Yep, make sure you adjust the margins on the trade as well. You have to set an exact amount you want to use, because some people got stopped out because they weren't willing to ride the whole way. Like I said, we're down 28.5% to make that 20% in the end, which is not what I had planned, but I read the charts properly. H7U, welcome. Seahawk, welcome. TK Shaw, yo. Alright, so guys, this is what the XRP chart looks like. The USD chart. We're finishing out this ascending triangle, and we're trying to figure out the best possible time to buy a position. I can tell you it's not right now, because we're on top of the 20-day. Although the pattern is filling out, it's just we have more volume coming in the 30. We have the volume riding on the 20-day. The volume raising in the 30-minute time frame. We have higher volume in the 30 minutes. So we're going to see if we can break out of this region. It's been my conviction that we were likely going to come up here one more time. I just don't know if it's true or not. So we're going to see if this plays out. With Bitcoin, we can look at that. But when you look at this in the farther out time frame, this is a bear pennant. It's just, I think we have to come up here closer. I think this is either going to meet here, or we got to go way up here to touch this. I really do. So I don't know how high up past that we can go, but I sure feel like we can get there. And I almost would long this, but I'm not looking. When I leverage trade, I only short. Because it's my conviction, if I'm going to leverage trade, I can only look at it going one way. And if I thought it was going up for any big amount of time, I would be buying my position for a long hold. Can't ruin that flow. So I like to leverage trade to the downside and the downside only. Plus, I don't know about you guys, but in my personal experience, trading fees are about half when you short instead of long. Just my personal experience and observation. So if I'm getting charged $4.40 for a leverage trade in and out, that's $8.80. It might be like $12 to $15 in and out, which is $24 to $30 on a long position. That's a big difference, especially if you get hit with a stop loss of $50. So let's see. Can we look at the rising wedge on XLM? Absolutely, Pizza Breath. Absolutely. EH7U, thanks for the 200 bits. First person to send a biddies tonight. Pop the biddies for, the cherry. I appreciate that. Question on the copy trade. As soon as you got out of the trade, do we also get... Yes. If you copy my trade 100%, when I buy and sell, if you ride it with me the whole way, that's what happens. Rob, what ended up happening is you have to look at it because there was an issue. Even though I made a $500 trade, some people's were only filling like $40 of their position filled for some reason. So that's likely what happened to you, only $40 of your position filled, because that's the exact same profit the other person had. And that's what I'm talking to Vage about. I had a big issue with that. So it copied my trade, but only a small percentage of your funds actually went into it. So I don't know if that's a settings issue that you could just have to work on, or if that was a general error that happened, and it didn't let everybody use their funds fully. And I know that happened universally. That's why I talked to Beige, because just from what I was reading, I was pissed off. Yep, $47 of Howard's. So I'm not sure what the issue was. The first trade did it fine. The first trade did it, from what I know, from what I seen, it looked like it did it fine. I'm not sure how to have it set as to follow you all the way on copy trade. No, this was universal. Yeah, Howard, that's fine. I'm okay with that on the first trade. I don't know what happened on the second trade. I don't know if I did something wrong. That's why I've been in contact with Beige. He's my representative who helps me with these issues because I'm a partner with them now. So they're working on it. And I just want to make sure this doesn't keep happening. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt because it's only my first day. And yes, we had 69 people join the copy trading right at once. So who knows if something, I don't know what the fuck happened. But I'm not happy about it because we made 20+% on that trade. So that's what bothers me. But still, like I told Howard, what I would do is have your secondary exchange on standby. Like if you're using another one that you use to cash out or whatever that does leverage trading. And then, even though it's copying my trade, make sure you have money on your other exchange in case this happens. And then when I do a trade, you can do whatever amount you want over $500. Or make sure that it's working. You can do it on your own as well. And then you can at least see my stop limit, my stop order from this platform with your money that's in it. And then if it doesn't fill it all the way, because it'll show you right away, you can always open a trade somewhere else. So here, let me share that with you, my friend. I'm going to share it from my phone through Twitch. So if you want to go on BitGet, join my link so that you have all my information and that it's linked to me. And then go on to my copy trading. I don't want people that don't click on the link to join it because those are the people. I did something special with the link so everything's activated to my account. And there's a bonus if you do, I don't know, $5,000. It used to be $4,100, but mine's $5,000 because I know a lot of people buy with more or whatever. But if you do $5,000, I don't fucking know. I don't even care about the bonus, to be honest with you. So you can fucking look it up and see what the hell that's all about. I don't give two shits about it. I just want you guys to be able to copy trade me. So let me get this link real quick for my BitGet. And then download it, and then I'll tell you what to do. Okay, so I'm going to share this with you right now. I just got it on here. I'm going to get into the chat. I apologize, everybody. You guys ask me questions. I can only do so much. So but as a token of my appreciation, I want to give out a gift sub to my community. I do this every so often. I think this is my second time I've done this. So I want to give out a gift sub to my community. So there's that. I shared the link on there, so that's the link. Go to there. I gave out a community gift sub to Huck and Heels. That's who it gave it out to. So that's just a thank you from me to all of you. I like to do that every so often. I think that was the second one I'd given out. I don't know. It doesn't say it for me. So, I just want to thank everybody for being in here. Yep, no, I understand that. Yeah, I'm up from the two of my trades. If it was doing it 100%, I'm up 100. I don't even know, 150, 160. Thanks, Axis. I just really like doing that. I like to share with my Oh, Huck and Heels, awesome. You're the one who got it. Thanks for the 100 bits. But yeah, I'm so glad that gave it to you. Awesome. I know you're in here all the time. That actually makes me happy that you in particular got this. Awesome. That makes me happy. I mean, are you able to share BitGet support contact for support? I closed but need help. Thanks in advance. I can see what they can do. The person I talked to literally helps me with the our trading end of it. So, but we need to fix the copy trading is what I'm saying. Yeah, no, I get that, Noah, but all new things have kings. So, I mean, I'm mad too, but I'm not going to... It's been one day. You know? I can't help it. I've been in contact. They're trying to fix it. But I want it to be, if I do 500 and you guys want to do 500, I want it to be the same. Just remember, that almost ended up being a 28% loss on that trade. And I want to know how many people that... just out of curiosity, how many of you got stopped out because you didn't let it roll the entire way and you were like, holy shit, he's 28%, I'm out. I'm just curious because that was a big risk. Can you please answer my question? I've been asking for you. When I fund my account, wants me to buy Bitcoin and asking what chain. Yeah, I told you. So, Ryan, on your account, when you fund your account, it wants you to buy Bitcoin and asking what chain I want to use. Like, to put the initial money on there. I funded my account with XRP. Like, are you talking about the initial... Like, I'm trying to do this show, though, Ryan. Like, I can't... I'm not an expert at the exchange stuff. Like, I basically, like I said with KuCoin, there's a lot of things that you're going to have to learn on your own if you want to do this. Like, I'm not the person to go to be like, I have all these questions about the... I do the best I can. But yeah, you can send Bitcoin, USDC. So, what do you mean? So, is it in Bitcoin or is it in USDC right now? Like, you have to sell it back into USDT and then put it into your futures account. So, your Bitcoin, you have to go to the spot trading, sell the Bitcoin back to USDT, and then put it into your futures trading account. But we got to get going here. It's 8:35 already. I've been answering questions, but we haven't looked at the charts. So, I'm not the... You guys need to talk amongst yourselves, too, because you guys can answer these questions better than me. I'm not support. I'm not good with these exchange questions. I'm trying to do this. I only have so much time. True, thanks for the 1 community gift sub. That's 3 in total, and Zockstar1 got the community gift sub. I really appreciate that. If anybody can help Ryan, I really appreciate that. Oh, thank you, XRP2022. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. So with Bitcoin, what we're looking at is at 22,000. We're down 0.21%. But the thing is, though, is we've broken out of this downtrending. It's like it was a descending triangle, and we broke out of it. After a fake out to the downside, we've actually broken out on Bitcoin, hit it as support here, and now logically we come up here to resistance. If we break this, this is where it gets interesting. If we break this, we could very well come up to the top of the actual pattern. This was a short term to see if we could come up here. Now our only obstacle is to get on top of the 20-day and then come up here. So it's going to be very interesting. And one more thing. On Twitch, we had the most views ever on the live stream. After this was uploaded, over 600 people viewed the last video on Twitch. That's by far the most. We've usually had 400 to 450. But mostly on average 200 to 250. But the most was, I think, 450 something before that. So in the 1 hour, we're going to try to push through here. We still got 22 minutes left. We could possibly come back through. I mean, it's not uncommon. But technically in the short-term part of the pattern, we drew out, yes, there's an M. But we technically broke outside of this. We were trading within it. And now we came above it. If we look at it in a 30-minute time frame, we're trying to bounce on the 20-day, but it's just not, it's not holding up here right now. And this could be a big trap here. And I want to draw out the pattern now that we have more evidence of what's going on. The actual in-depth pattern. This is, I would say, more in tune with what we're looking at with Bitcoin. and this is like the fork. You know, you do the indicators and they'll give you the fork. You can do the fork yourself. They're just trying to give you a jank version of it that won't be as accurate as mine. But that we're in an ascending triangle, and then we got these levels of support we're looking at. We broke out of my first descending area of support or falling channel or whatever you want to call it. Bounced up, and now it's using this area right here as support. Now it's within this top part. If it gets through here, then it's through the falling. Look, we're in a much larger pattern. So this ascending triangle that formed on the back end of supports, if you go farther out in the pattern, is what we're in. We're in a rising channel, ascending triangle. But we have all these different patterns, and we finally broke out here, guys, to the downside. And now we're trying to back test up here. This is what I'm waiting for. An ultimate retest up here. We're not there yet. I mean, we finally broke this down. We finally broke this down. And to me, I find it hard to believe that we won't get up here. I had all this stuff drawn out now, so we knew all the areas. So now this is all the areas. If we get rejected up here, we come down here to the uptrending support. So theoretically, there's a short to be had from there to there. And then if it breaks through to there. Then if it breaks through to there. You know, this comes through. So, and then if it breaks up, this is the busted support that we finally broke after so many years. It's been years. So, that's what we're looking at. Now, we'll go back to I need to go to XLM real quick. But XLM, I mean, we can just pull this down and say this pattern was wider out. We were speculating before, but now we have the evidence. 2 hits of support, 2 hits of resistance. So, XLM is going to test up here. You can see it. This is the area if it crosses over, this indicator flips to a buy. So, this is a weird sideways W, which could be interpreted as kind of like an S formation. These ultimately end bearish. Wherever the top is, it'll end up bearish. So maybe it's coming up here. Maybe we got something like this that we're going to play out in. Or I mean like this. Maybe it's something like that. Maybe it's coming across. But I do know this is still playing up right now, big time. And the 30-minute volume, although not great, we just don't have any sell volume. And it seems like we're playing a game of cat and mouse here to liquidate the longs and shorts. If you weren't being careful, liquidation was easy. You've seen even in the 20% profitable trade we made, we were down 28%, and I didn't feel good after the trade. I felt good that we made 20%, but I didn't feel good about not selling out at 8% in the beginning. We could have avoided all of that. Granted, I wouldn't have got back in to make the 20%, so there is always that. Because I knew what's happening right now was possible on all of these. I had higher targets, and when we broke the 20-day, it's a problem. And even though we came back through, now we're just testing the uptrend. So this is absolutely like a ascending triangle. We could say it's a rising channel, but I think it's more properly announced as an ascending triangle here. And then we can layer it in to see where the resistance is going to come down. Because it broke that out right there. I mean, we literally broke through that part of it. And we're on the verge of breaking out here. We are literally on the verge. No matter what we do, this is on the verge of breaking out. If it breaks that, it's got this uptrending, the ascending triangle. But after that, it's going to be a consistent move, probably up to 12.6. It just is what it is. So it's possible that we have this rising type of channel, which is kind of like a bear flag, but it's just it's broken the bear flag, though. The bear flag should have went like this. It's come up, and a lot of times they do this before coming down. Not always, and then it'll do something like that and print it out. It doesn't always do that, but sometimes it does. But that's what we're looking at. So now we have to focus real quick on XRP. We want to see what the obvious probabilities are of getting a trade, if it's even worth it. And I want to thank the 72 people tuning in. It's an honor and a privilege to have you in here. So what does everybody think right now? And guys, if you're trading with me on the copy trading, be prepared. I can't tell you how many times I've hit like 13 trades in a row. There's going to come a time when I miss a trade here, ladies and gentlemen. There could come a time when I miss 5 in a row. So if you're riding with me, you got to ride or die. That's why I'm not making $3,000 trades. I'm making $500 trades to try to minimize our risk. And yes, I'm very grateful that we made 10% plus on the first trade. and 20% plus already. So that's 2 good trades to start us off and make me look good. But I just want everybody to realize this is at the end of the day like a gambling machine. It's like a casino. And there is no guarantee. I'm good, but I'm not, there's no guarantee. That move today in the 1 minute, as you've seen with no volume, we had no volume and we made a fucking 36% swing from the swing low to the swing high. A 36% swing. And then we made another 50% swing from the swing high to the swing low. Like 49%. Fortunately, I traded it very well. Didn't lose us anything and didn't cash out. It ended up playing through the 28%, having the stop loss in a spot I thought was appropriate. Still would have cost us $195 of our $500. But I do trust what I'm doing, and in the grand scheme, I believe I'll make more money than lose. And last year I was plus just under $12,000 in trading. This year, I don't know what it is. I haven't done my taxes, and that's crypto trading. But you guys have seen in the last 11 days, it's plus 4,000. And that could have been a good streak. I mean, it already dropped most of the way that I was expecting. Well, not most of the way, but a big part of the drop I was anticipating. And why I learned how to leverage trade to the downside is because of this. When it goes up, it's I do my reconnaissance when it's on its way up. Because then even if it's a 1 minute drop, I know where it's going to come down to. So like right now, if we're going to have a drop, we've already got this full cross. And I'm also learning now how this, if it's not all lined up appropriately, like this isn't even high enough. So this should bounce off and at least come up here. Because it's not appropriately lined up. So I'm starting to learn that aspect of it as well. So this should theoretically do this and bounce up. Or it can come here because it likes to fake people out. And then if it's going to do that, it can come here. But if it busts out of this range, it would just come up, come here, and then you get a ride, and then you're gone. We could consider, but I don't like taking I'm not taking a long position. If you're copy trading me, it's all shorts. It's all shorts, because in my mind, if I'm going long, I'm going to own the coin. Period. I'm going short to try to better my position for later. If I fuck it up, I fuck it up. But you know what? No guts, no glory, and I've never seen a single person not lose $1 when trying to make a buck. Huck and Heels, thanks for giving out the community gift sub. That was very, very generous of you. I really appreciate that. I am Medi 8 Death gets the community gift sub. Much respect to you. Huck and Heels, much respect. I'm in here to full trust in the trader. Absolutely, Howard. I appreciate that. Cup and handle on 5 minute chart Bitcoin. I'm going to go to that. Are you using the buy/sell indicators for your? Yes. I use the stop loss. I put it on the stop loss on BitGet. On KuCoin I couldn't until after the trade was started. On BitGet I can put the stop loss in before I ever enter the trade, which is what I like. I never put my take profit in because I never know what the pattern's going to look like. Because I never want to take profit if it's still on a run. Rather Tom Gamble than me to go. Right, Sterling Ray? I mean, I understand that. Rob Sergio, I got you. All adults here gambling at your own risk. I'm the spokesperson for Gamblers Anonymous. And right on. Right on. Rob, that's yes, sir. Howard, yep. All right, cool. So, Bitcoin on the 5 minute, you said, looks like a cup and handle. Let's go to the 5 minute. We have crashing volume. We have pulled the 20 through the 50 right here. We're trying to get supported on the 100. This will likely come down here and get support on... Ooh, I see what you're saying. We'll just see how our call is going right now. We got to get warmed up here. So, this looks like it come back down here and touch the 20. Is what it looks like. Which would make XRP destined to come down here to 31,992. Let's see. Let's just see if if that's actually happening. Bitcoin, though, is the go-to. Because you can also have these bull flag styles, and then it just pops up after and never gives a proper test past the 20-day. I mean the 50-day. I see that often. But right now, guys, this is a successful cup and handle. Actually. That's a successful cup, and it would at least bounce here, but it might break the region. But this is, for all intents and purposes, a successful cup and handle. And if that's the case, that bull flag would have to play out. This is interesting, though. I'm not opposed to going long if I can make money. It's just, it looks like a bull flag. And with all of our expansive minds, I want to know what everybody thinks. Does this look like a bull flag? Like I said, I'm not opposed to making money. I'm also not opposed to losing money, because I do lose money sometimes, and you guys have seen it firsthand. It's not all roses. The stop loss is the take profit, my brother. Well, it's the stop loss. It's to keep me from getting liquidated, but there's a take profit button. There's a stop loss and a take profit. But in a way it is the take profit, I suppose. Which indicators am I using on the charts right now? I am using the SSL channel. I believe it's the Erwin Becker's one. I'm using the volume. And I'm using the EMA 20, 50, 100, 200 Dr. Sweets. That's all I have on right now. And that's for your guys' viewing experience, so you can see what I'm doing compared to the indicators. I use my patterns I draw out to understand. But that's where that would go if that's a bull flag. And these are the things where it's one of those things. We could take a gamble here on air, and because we wouldn't have to go far down here, we could have a stop loss right after the 20-day, you know what I mean? And that's where you can get a quick, small stop loss and maybe go 10x here instead of 20. And I like to do strategic things like that sometimes. So let me go to XRP. But I would do a Bitcoin trade here, nothing else. I wouldn't do an XRP trade, only because we have that chart predicted and it's down at the 20-day. So if if XRP came down here and bounced off the 20-day, it would bring us up right to the uptrending resistance that used to be support for a proper retest now after a big drop. Not a big drop, but a bigger drop than the small push down. That's interesting. So, as it's your guys' money in there too, Bitcoin, yay or nay? Do you see the potential of what we're talking about? Actually, it could come down to there, but let's see where it lines up to there. But see, XRP, we said it. That's what I was saying. We need to see if we're accurate. See? That's where, if we're on like that, though, you see how the pattern looked? So this is what I'm saying. If the pattern looks like that, how we just seen it, that's where we could very easily put a stop loss if it were to go up above this high right here or above here. You know, probably right here we could have done a stop loss at 32.26 and bought in where it looked like this bull flag right here. But it looked like it needed to at least retest the 20. Now it had an overzealous dump. But we could have done that and had a very low risk. Do you see what I'm saying? That's something we could have done. Now we have to see if this is going to go all the way back down to the bottom. And I have it on my phone, so I don't have to ruin the integrity of the show by going back and forth, back and forth. But it definitely, XRP dropped. We've got Bitcoin that dropped through. It's right about where I had that set down for the 30-minute where it could drop down. But the 4-hour, I mean, this is interesting because it looks like an area where we want to try to pull up. I mean, look at this. 21.8. We tried to come up to 21 or 22,187. Now we're pulling back. I mean, unless we have a big fall down here, which we're trying to right now. So let me look at the 1 minute. Let me get my BitGet on, because I like to put it on my phone. Because then I can trade, and you guys will get the alert when I put it in. See, but eventually, we're not going to have all these issues and we won't have to spend 30 minutes trying to go through stuff, and we'll be paying attention closer. So, the first spot where we should get a bounce back up is right here. We should go from here, maybe come back up to 21,963, because we probably won't fall through this with this volume profile right away. I could be wrong. And you could certainly go stop loss. You know, if you bought right here, and you could put it to the bottom side if you think that. Because then it might come down real quick. But I feel like it would come back here real quick. And this is where I'm testing myself, everybody. I'm testing myself. Because if the market falls through all those, that means there's a lot more strength down. Because in a typical market, it wouldn't push. It might push down to the bottom and bounce off this real quick and come up here. But it wouldn't fall right through in a typical market if there's any kind of pressure. But this is not a typical market, is it, everybody? So let's go back to XRP. We have XRP here. We just started a bearish cross here in the 1 minute. So, if we do come back up here at any time, and we don't break this 1 minute, it's coming all the way down here. Based on what Bitcoin's doing, Bitcoin is... Oh, it came right to that fucking trend line. Exactly where I said it could come back down to. So let's see if we get a full-on breakthrough. XRP seems like it could be in a spot where we could get a quick... Man, it did pull up like that. But it could get a quick follow-through. This is fun for me. This is how I learn a lot. Oh yeah, Redwire, it's below 1 trillion. That's what I called for long ago when it was around 3 trillion. If the opportunity makes sense, Howard, the coin is just the vehicle to make the gains. Bitcoin. Yep, absolutely, Howard. I 100% agree with that. Yep, I do that all the time. Yep, true, absolutely. 21,783 would be the buy in these candles, Pizza Breath. Let's see. That's really close to where it's at. That's really close to where it, we just had a wick past there, but that's nothing. I think it would come back. It could possibly come back up here and retest this after. I like to watch to see, because all we need is one small trade of 30%. I don't need to have the whole ride. The less time I'm in the market, the better. And when you're 20x leveraging, you know, you don't really want to be in it for much of the huge moves back and forth. Does that make any sense, everybody? I'm just curious if that makes sense. Like, we're not looking for 5 million%. If we can get our 40% and get out, or 20% if the market's volatile. Ooh, it just switched to a sell. See what XRP's doing, because if we can get into a quick spot. Because Bitcoin fell through this, so... Yes or no, guys? I want to know. Do you think we should take a risk here? Because I almost feel like Bitcoin could be breaking through if that's not more than a fake out. Because it could be a fake out. Because we never got this retest yet. But this is showing us we're probably breaking down to this trend line again like we talked about a little while ago. I just was hoping we get a retest up here one more time. We can see that M. This could be the fake sell signal, but it could also come right through. But I'd like to know what you guys think. I've got... Hold on, I'm logging in. I guess I hit create an account. I'm like, what the fuck does it mean user account exists? No shit. But I guess I can't create an account. I already have an account. So, I'm going to my copy trade. And it's so much easier on my phone. I apologize. But if I'm trading and our money's at stake, I got to do it as fast as I possibly can. What did it do? Revoke the sell? Look, it revoked the sell. Ha. That's funny. So, initiate trade. Let's see. So, let's see what Bitcoin's doing. This is fun. This is fun for me when it's like this. And guys, win or lose, I'm just glad we're doing it together. And I do appreciate the 72 of you that are... So let's see what everybody said. Lots of short, 30 to 40% moves on 20x. Yes, sir. Do it. Get in, get out. Make that 20,888. Smash the sell button. Doesn't anyone know the name of the buy-sell indicator? Yeah, I showed it. I showed the buy-sell indicator. It's the SSL channel. And it's the Erwin Becker's one, I believe. Let me look on here. SSL 1010. Ah, shit, I don't know. I think it's the Erwin Becker's. No problem, Jordan. I know everybody can't see everything, you know, at every moment that I say something, because we're all doing something. Some of us have kids. Some of us are trying to figure out trades. But like I told everybody, have your side exchange, too, if you want to do your own trades. Just in case, you know, it doesn't fill all the way, and then you can do your own separate trade. But you can still see what I'm doing. You can see my stop loss and everything like that. And then if it makes you feel better, you know, you can always make sure that you're getting the proper trade. But in time, I have faith that this is going to work itself out because I'm actively talking to a representative. And we're going to get this fixed. So, and I took a double shot of that 133.3 proof, so that's probably what made it a rough start. And now I'm drinking the Basil Hayden's right now as well. So, guys, do you want me to get in and test this? Is that what you were saying? Test this when it's here? It's going to fire a buy signal in a second. There's little volume. This is where we could very easily get a fake up and fill out this pattern before coming down. But that looks like an M in the 1, in the 3, in the 5. Looks like we're getting some kind of continuation here in the 3-minute. Yeah, with some Jam F Tracy still. It's that same bottle. I still have a little bit of the Duke left. I got some of the 133. I don't drink a lot, so when you hear me drink on air, that's all I drink. And it's so ironic, but it's true. But when you guys send me a bottle, I have no problem. Oh, yeah, I'm a whiskey man. You better believe it. That's why I told everybody, if they want to send me something, send me an email, and I'll send you my home address if I trust you. But that looks like a... Does that look like a bear flag that's going to go... And then probably have a fake up? Yes! Yes! You absolutely can. I would be honored. I would be honored. You just got to send me an email at strutrugali@gmail.com. That's strutrugali@gmail.com. That's strutrugali@gmail.com. And I know you've already sent me an email. Lucho RT, thanks for the follow. You're 417. I believe I already said thank you, though. So, I could see a reversal up here to test the 20-day. I have not checked out Tron. Yeah, I know. That's what I've heard. So, I've heard a lot about Tron. I mean, I've looked up the articles, but I haven't actively been doing the technical analysis. Something tells me I should, though. Is that TRX, Tron? I believe TRX. I think that's what it is, if I'm not mistaken. TRX. And let me ask you a question. Have any of you done any of the futures trading outside of the copy trading on BitGet? I want to see what your experience has been like. Have you... Because I haven't done any outside of my copy trading, but for me it's just like regular trading. So, but I want to know, have any of you done any futures trading on your own on BitGet since joining on the copy trading and tried it out on your own? And I want to know your user experience. Have you been able to use it? Have you found it easy to use? Yep, I agree, Howard. It does seem very familiar. Yeah, DVD Barry, when you have that kind of room, you could certainly put yours in a good spot. I know, Howard. It's so... It really feels like that. Yep, that's how I... Yep, I understand that. I'm just glad so many of you came on here. Bitch, that's why I was asking. Bitch, it's so easy to use in my experience. Thank you, JMF Tracy, for the input. I agree. That's not a bad philosophy to have. Man, the dollar's getting close to that 30K threshold again. Let's see what the dollar's doing. So the dollar looks like it's dumping a little bit, which could be the same. This looks like an opportunity in the short term for crypto to make a small move up. See, if you correlate the dollar with crypto, this looks like we're coming down here maybe and retesting. Where was this? At least there at 105.18. Where are we at? 105.27. And then if we break that, we come back down, but we have an uptrend that we're trying to hold. So yeah, around that area. And if we don't hold that, then we're going to come down farther. So we have an opportunity here in crypto, it looks like, to maybe go up a little bit. Just splash. Let's see. Just based on what I'm seeing. Where's Bitcoin? It's just, that's a bear flag. You know, but it looks like it's a fake out. It could be a fake trap. But if this plays through, it's coming right here. Next move's right here. Or it could technically come up here and retest. But this next move down here is right here. If it plays through, it's right here. Can you show how to set a stop loss and show how to enter position? I'm afraid to put a long thing and fuck up on my own. Yeah. Here. Oh, why did it fucking log me out? And then it doesn't... I accidentally took all my stuff off. Well, that sucks. Now everybody can see my shit. Now I'm going to have to change my password again. Ugh. Yeah. Yep, sunny days, indeed, indeed, indeed. So, just say I'm in the futures. So let's say I'm going short, right? So, I'm selling short. The market price is 31.81. You can do a limit order like I am, and I just click on market to put the price in, which is something I like. But then take profit, stop loss. So stop loss. So let's say I bought in here and I'm going short. I get it at 31.85, and I don't want it to go over 32 cents while I'm in. I'll put in 0.32, and that's your stop loss. Take profit is how much of it goes up. Let's say it goes up 12%, and you're like, hey, I got it at 31.85, and I want to get out by 31. And I want to leave it in my own hands, but if it gets to 31.65, I'm out. So then you enter your trade at 31.81. Your take profits at 31.65, and your stop loss is at 32. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And then if you want to look at your order history, trade details, like I don't know what all this is, but I know I switched my stop loss like 4 different times. So I don't know why it must show it every time it's sold out of my position, but I don't know. That doesn't make any sense to me. That's the trade. But here's the actual. Oh, here we go. I don't know. I don't know why it shows so much shit. Because we made plus 51 and then closed the short plus 116. So it's like plus 167. Plus $7 on my first trade. So it's like plus 174 right now on BitGet since yesterday. On $500 trading. So I feel pretty good about that. There's not a lot of volume in this area at all. Not a lot of volume. I still think this is a good pattern, but we can fine tune this a little bit in smaller time frames. And guys, I know it's getting late and I got to get going soon, but you guys will be able to follow my trades if I decide to finagle in anything. Just remember though, it's not guaranteed, and yes, it's been nice that we made 10 and 20% on the first 2 trades. But have the same mindset whether you win or lose. It's all a gamble, and feel fortunate every time you win. A lot of people are losing in these times. Feel grateful. So, I mean, this is it. This is your short-term pattern. So some people would put their, and this is what some people can do right now. They put their short position in at 21905. Stop loss at 219. I would say give it a little bit of room. Probably about 2194, actually up above this. Now, they would do it right here, right above this. 21965 roughly. Because then they would say, oh, it's going to come up here or farther. So, or, that's if they were playing the short position because there's no volume. This looks like a fake out candle. So, that's how you take little gambles, and this would be like a $5 or $10 gamble, maybe 15. But you'd have a buy-in at 21,904, a sell it at 21,955, 960 approximately, and you're literally looking for a rejection right here. Because you're looking for this to pull back down and have this nothing more than a fake out on the way up. You got the 20, the 50, the 100, the 200. So, I mean, with no volume, this could be a strategic risk here, It could be a strategic risk. And I'm at least going to have my BitGet up to see if it continues to play this pattern. If it breaks out of this pattern, obviously that's another thing, but if we're playing a technical target, a technical pattern, that's what you would do, and it minimizes your risk. It absolutely minimizes your risk, and this is what I do on a daily basis when you guys can't see it. Now I'm just going to have to incorporate it now that you can see it, but I've been trying to figure out all this stuff. But I would do this all the time. I would buy in a position right now, and if this pattern doesn't fill out, I would have the stop loss high enough so it wouldn't get wicked, but I know if it breaks that. But this pattern is telling us we should stay within, and from here, it should come back down to here to 21,652. It's a small pattern. But it's telling us it's bearish right now. And even if we lose, we lose. You know what I mean? Does that make sense to you guys? Why I would do that? I just want to know, does that make sense or do I sound like an idiot? So, where were we at? The 3 minute? So the 3 minutes right up here and it touches it. The 5 minute. And I like the 5 minute. So that's 21,906. We're real close. So whether we bought it here. But based on what I'm saying, it should fill out this pattern and a fake J hook. And yeah, it's a small loss if we did this. It's a very small loss. I acknowledge that. Not any volume in the 5 minutes still, so. Ooh. If we get a rejection here, this would be nice. Now I can get out ahead of this. So what's this? 21,907 roughly. If it got a rejection on the way back down. Fur babies, you can use a bank account, but I never do. Oh, I just didn't put on the BitGet chart yet. There's no particular reason. I actually was thinking that in my head that this isn't even the right chart. But now that you called me out on it, I have to switch. Yeah, I would send it from your other exchange. That's what I do. And then when I want to withdraw, I just send it back to my other exchange that's verified. Because I believe once you have one verified exchange, that should be your go-to exchange when you withdraw. Or if you're long holding something. Send it all back to there because you trust it. That's just my personal belief. You can use a debit card too, though. You just have to do more verification. Okay, so let's see. We've got... $21,957. Man, these are usually reversals, though. See, that's what scares me. That kind of looks like that S. I know it's a W, but it looks like an S. And that, as often, can be a sign of a reversal. Very tricky market tonight. And literally, I have to have a gut feeling and be like, that's the moment. I almost had that gut feeling, but not quite. Yeah, I sent XRP from KuCoin, but you can certainly send it from Uphold. Okay, there we go. So what do we think about this channel right here? I think this is a pretty good channel. Scott, would you please show us your altcoin targets? Yeah, Scott, absolutely, but it won't be tonight. But you can go click on my Twitch homepage and go to my YouTube channel and join the more than 11,000 subscribers. I do that on a daily basis. I talk that all day, every day. But I'll absolutely be happy to do it tomorrow if you remind me, because we're out of time. I'm only supposed to be here until 9. I'm just trying to see this play through for a minute. But guys, I want to thank each and every one of you. If you're looking to send a donation or follow the channel or follow my YouTube channel or join the TFAM, do it now or forever hold your peace. I have stuff to do. This has been a great live. I'm not sad we didn't get in a position because you see the volatility. Dax and you in my copy trade group. If you sell your trade, do you sell mine or do I need? Yes. If I sell out, the trade ends. Now you can put a stop loss or take profit percentage in case you want to sell out other than me at my spots. But the trade is ultimately over when I sell out. I end the trade. It's my trade. I know you're particular with your entry point perpetual chart is more accurate for the future chart than the spot chart. I confirmed that today. What did I put up? Oh, okay. I did put up the spot chart. A lot of mine are perpetual if I can find them. Interesting. Well, I'm glad I put XRP and XLM in the perpetual chart. Let me get Bitcoin. Thank you for that information. Hey, we're always trying to be as accurate as possible, especially when we're 20x trading. I feel like the last 2 days, I know I was able to make 2 successful trades outside of class for us, but I feel like I'm letting the class down by my making a trade during class the last 2 days. But I guess you can't always make a trade when we're trying to explain things. Respect. Respect. So 21,958. I think we would rather have the best trade over. Yep, I agree, JMF Tracy. But everybody, I love you. Say whatever you want now, because I gotta go though. I really do. It's been great. It's been great. It's been an honor. It's been a privilege. I like to talk for a couple minutes at the end, so that's exactly what we're doing. I do appreciate everybody, and I hope that I was able to answer some questions tonight. I know it's not easy. We're doing something different. We're trying. And there's going to be headaches involved, but I believe in the end that this is going to be something that is very, very worth it for our community. So I think it's something that we need to keep focusing on and try to grow this, because I think we could get to a point where we're making a lot of money together. I mean, a lot. I believe that. So I hope everybody has a good night. I hope you are doing cautious trading. Make sure you're watching me on YouTube. And I will update everybody. And I will see you back here tomorrow at 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I really appreciate everybody. Mr. Crothers. Waylon, thanks for the 100 bits. I really appreciate that. You're going to have a night tonight. Appreciate that. Shamrock. Jay Jordan. Well, have a good night. Waylon, thanks for that on the way out. Sean, no problem. Fur Babies, Rob, no problem. Have a good one, everybody. Have a good night, Red.